Do you know what happens when a custody case isn't just about who's right, but about what's best for the child? One recent Georgia case might surprise you. Let me tell you about Nikisha and Raphael. They were never married, but they share a daughter together. Her name is Carly. Now, for years, Nikisha had sole custody of Carly. That is, until Raphael decided to file a legitimation petition. He wanted to be recognized as Carly's legal father and have a real say in her life. But this wasn't just about legal titles. It was about custody and who would be the primary caregiver. At first, Nikisha was confident. After all, she'd been Carly's sole guardian for years. But Raphael didn't just want visitation rights. He wanted primary physical custody for a number of very important reasons that he laid out for the court, along with the evidence to support his quest. Now, the trial court agreed with Raphael and awarded him custody of Carly, leaving Nikisha stunned. She appealed, arguing that the court's decision was wrong, especially since she believed that there was no significant change in circumstances that would justify such a major shift. But here's where things got really interesting. The Georgia Court of Appeals looked closely at the case and made it clear this wasn't about just changes in circumstances. Instead, it was about the overall best interest of the child. You see, under Georgia law, specifically OCGA 19-9-3 Part A, that's the code section, the court is required to focus on what is in the best interest of the child when making custody decisions. And in this case, the evidence convinced the trial court that Carly living with Raphael would be the best choice. Now, Nikisha raised other arguments too, like disputes over child support calculations and the trial court's decision to award attorney fees to Raphael. But the appeals court found that there was no abuse of discretion by the original court that issued the order. So in the end, it affirmed, which means it validated, the trial court's ruling, keeping custody with Raphael and holding Nikisha responsible for her own share of her legal costs. Now, this case teaches us a lot about custody disputes in Georgia, especially when they involve unmarried parents. First, the best interest of the child always comes first. I want you to remember that always. The court isn't focused on who had custody before or whether the parents have a great relationship. It's solely about what's going to help the child thrive. Now, the second thing for you to know and remember is legitimation isn't just a legal process. It can also open the door to major custody changes. So if you're an unmarried parent in Georgia, whether you're mom or dad, make sure that this is something you keep in mind. Now, finally, know that the court's discretion, it's pretty broad. Whether it's custody or child support or attorney fees, challenging these decisions on appeal is not easy at all. The trial court's judgment will often stand unless there's really clear evidence of a mistake or abuse of discretion, which sometimes people call that abuse of power. So here's the bottom line. If you're facing a custody dispute, it is so critical to understand all these nuances. Courts will examine every angle to decide what's best for the child, and having the right legal strategy can make all the difference. We deal with these kinds of cases all the time. So if you've got questions or you need to talk to us about your situation, go ahead and reach out. We're here to help you, and we're happy to have a conversation with you about your options.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to click subscribe, like, follow, and turn on those alerts so that you'll get notified when we post our newest videos. We put videos up every single day. And please share these videos and leave us comments and ask us questions. We love questions. Also, join our Facebook group at Georgia Divorce and Custody. And I'll see you again in the next video.